hole.
And they show a picture of it here, and it's not. You would think it would be one of those little single round, little 22, something like that.
Right.
This is not. This is a Smith & Wesson. It doesn't say the caliber of it. I'm going to guess it's probably it could be a 22 or a 32.
She's got a 50 cal sniper stuck in there, dude. Wow, that's a big.
But no, it's probably 3 or 4 inches. It's probably 3 inches long, 3 inches tall. Hey, we'd all fit.
So how many centimeters is that?
That's
once again
3 inches is probably what about 9 millimeters.
Caleb, do we have to go through this again? Everybody knows that 8 inches is 1.6 centimeters.
So half of that would be 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters would be 4 inches. So 3 inches is probably 6 millimeters.
Yes.
Okay, that's accurate.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, no,
Appreciate
no
it.
problem.
This is a public service announcement from the Crane Mission Show. So, Reverend, where is Jesus live?
Jesus' kids are in the high school band.
Oh.
And there's a
that's
football
right.
game tonight, so he's out watching them.
That's right.
Do their dot the I.
So how the hell did you get here? Did you hitchhike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that train runs past my house. Remember?
Oh, so you off the train again?
I tell you what, you can do the freight trains, but Amtrak's tough, man. You know what? They come by really quick. You kind of got to use a hook for that.
Use it like a grappling hook, like
I do.
Batman?
I do. Yeah. And you got to wear rollerblades, but you got to get up real quick. And it's tough, man. It's real tough, dude. I got a freight train this time. Easy.
Nice.
That's why I took me so. That's why I'm late.
I saw a story the other day. That show I Almost Got Away with It, where they tell stories of people that committed crimes, typically murders, things like that. And they almost got away with it. And one guy, he committed a murder in Florida, and he freight train hopped all the way. And as he was going where he was going, he would get off the freight train in a town, and he would act like a homeless person, and he'd go to soup kitchens and things like that and eat for free.
Yeah.
And then he'd pick up a payphone and he'd call his mom, but he would never leave a message or never say anything to her. So he was trying to lead the police off his trail. He actually wanted them to follow him somewhere, but then he kind of made the mistake of when he decided he was going to branch off. He went from Florida all the way up to Washington State, and he got off. He was going to take the ferry that runs the ferry network that runs up to Alaska, but they were able to find him by they figured out that every one of his phone calls was made from a payphone near a soup kitchen, and they knew that he had at one time been homeless and had experience with those. So they were able to put that all together and figure out where he was and what he was doing, and they actually
had a stake out at a soup kitchen, probably.
No, they actually notified. I didn't see the end of the show, so I'm not sure how they actually caught him. But he was trying to hop the ferry, and as he's standing in line for the ferry, the graphic on the TV show, the reenactment shows the facts come through with his picture on it, the wanted picture, and he dips out of line and disappears. That's the last I saw from him. But he actually hopped a freight train from Florida to Washington.
You know what, Caleb? I did see that show, and the title is "I Would Have Gotten Away with It." Right, and actually,
I almost got away with
it.
Yeah,
and the way it ended, actually, he said, "I almost got away with it. If only I would have stored the murder weapon in Mom's snooch instead of calling her on the phone."
Yeah,
well, yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, everybody knows that. I mean,
in Texas, that's how you get away with it.
That's how most people do.
But how
smart ones?
Going back to this Texas story, how did they know to search the young lady's snooch?
She told them.
Oh, she told them it was.
You missed that part, didn't you?
I did. Clearly, I mean, because I asked you the question, so obviously I missed it.
While she was in the transport on the way to the jail in the van, and she told them she had a weapon concealed in her vagina. They pulled the van over, had a female police officer check her for it.
Yeah.
So she could have gotten away with it, but she went ahead and admitted it while it was there.
I would have been like, no, that's a piercing. It's just it's like the what's a Prince Albert or something? No, I mean, that's for dudes, isn't it? Never mind.
I actually had one day I was going to a concert at the Amalie Arena, the Ice Palace is what we typically call it here. Right. And I was in my other company's and was going to the suite. So there's a separate suite entrance where you got to walk through a metal detector and they wand you just like they do everywhere else. But they're a little more careful there because there's less people coming through.
Right.
And I forgot to take my pocket knife out of my pocket. I didn't want to walk back to the car, so I was standing there. I said, "Oh man, how can I get away with this?" I'm like, "Well, my belt buckle's metal, so
you stashed it in your snooch."
Yeah, I took my pocket knife out and I clipped it to my waistband, but right behind my belt buckle.
Ah.
So as I'm walking through,
so you're a terrorist.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm walking through, I do the whole thing, hold my hands up, walk through. I'm carrying my keys or something.
Right.
Or my cell phone. Yeah, I'm carrying my cell phone. As I walk through, the guy wands me and he stops right there and he goes, "Sir, do you have something in your pocket? And I was like, and I felt in my pocket, and luckily I had left my keys in my pocket. And I was like, oh, it's my keys. And he's like, okay, cool, thanks.
Here's the funny thing about it. If you would have just kept that in your pocket and he found it, you could have played completely like, oh, I forgot it was in there. The fact that you hid it behind your belt, if you would have found it right after that, that would have been completely like...
We actually have a call coming in here. Hold on here.
Oh, do it. Okay.
Thank you for calling the Cranial Mission Show.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Yeah, who's this?
I'm returning a call from a gentleman called Miguel Hito.
Yes.
Is he available at all?
No, actually, Miguel is manning the bar here where we're broadcasting from, but is this by chance Scotland Yard? Because the only reason I'm asking, maybe it's not, because we do have an international audience, we do have English listeners, but he did call Scotland Yard. So
we are waiting for a call, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, yes. My name is Peter Carruthers. I work for the security services, specifically MI6, God Save the Queen.
Of course.
And I'm just returning some information to Mr. Hito in reference to a Mr. Terence London.
Yes.
He asked me to see if I could find some information about this chap, and I've been through our database and found some information. It's a bit concerning, if I'm being honest. I mean, this chap is a rascal. There's no two ways about it. I mean, there's a list as long as your arm of warrants that are currently out for this chap. I mean, I've got 2 examples of aggravated assault. I've got armed robbery. I've got 3 examples of kidnapping and 1 example of driving at 35 miles an hour in a 30 zone. So he's certainly not a chap you want to cross.
Sir, I know I should be horrified by what you're saying, but in fact, I'm actually quite the opposite. I'm actually overjoyed by this laundry list of crimes that you've conveyed to us. Because
why so? I mean, as soon as I put the chap's name into our database, I was extremely concerned.
Are you? Because I'm not. I'm actually overjoyed because I can't stand Lou Bob Jenkins, who is the object of his ire. So I'm hoping that he winds up being another statistic on Mr. London's rap sheet.
Well, obviously, if you put it like that, fingers crossed. I mean, he's a nasty piece of work. But
who, Lou Bob or this other guy? Because I think Lou Bob is too.
Mr. Terence London. I mean, he's on our certainly on our top 10 list of people that we are currently pursuing over in Great Britain. God save the Queen.
Can I ask you this, sir?
Yes.
Is there a reward for any information leading to his arrest?
I'd rather not say that over the telephone. Perhaps.
That sounds like a yes, because otherwise you just say no.
It's top secret stuff.
That sounds like a yes, guys, doesn't it?
There's certainly a reward there.
Okay, so there may or may not allegedly be an award. Guys, Caleb, Joe, are you thinking what I'm thinking? We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. We could allow. Well, you didn't hear this, sir. We could allow Mr. Landon to...
I think we should talk about this with him not on the phone.
But okay. But you see where I'm going.
I see where you're going.
As a Jew, I want the award.
I know you want the award. And
maybe
money. We should contact via email on this. I don't think we need to say it on air with recording or necessarily speak it to law enforcement.
We can just
obviously, I can't condone any of this behavior.
Exactly.
Chaps, I'm just doing my bit,
How about this? We'll go ahead and talk about it. You just cover your ears. Real quick.
Well, let's say hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically. That's
right. I mean, it works good.
Allegedly. If we say allegedly, then you can't actually
Right. It's
accuse
just
us of
something
anything.
that, maybe I'm writing a book or something.
Right.
And I'm going to use this as the plot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Joe, in the plot, what are we going to do, Ben? And
well, in the plot for this book that we're writing,
Right.
you allow the dangerous man,
The danger. This is the
the rogue law enforcement officer.
No,
say
this guy
Mr.
is
Liverpool.
Well, we allow this wanted guy to extract his brand of justice upon the man that offended him.
Vigilante justice.
Then we find out that there is a reward for his head, and we reach out to a certain foreign investigatory service and claim our reward.
Now, hypothetically,
It's a win-win.
would this award get higher?
Reward.
Reward, whatever. Would this reward get higher if the said individual in the book had committed a murder?
I like the way you're writing this plot, by the way. Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, I can either confirm or or deny. But
Well,
No, we want you to confirm. We don't want you to deny.
Let's just say
logic prevails that yes, obviously, if there was a murder added to that rap sheet, then obviously the reward would go up. And all things are negotiable.
this book sounds like it's really taking shape nicely.
This is working out remarkably well.
Yeah, I'm going to write this.
Very much. So.
I'm very excited about this. Okay, well,
Okay,
sir.
chaps, if you can let Mr. Hito know, obviously, of the details of what I found for him, I'd be very much obliged.
Oh, we will, and we do appreciate your call, good sir.
Yeah,
And,
thank you very much.
Thank you for your follow-up.
Absolutely.
No problem at all. God save the Queen.
Yes,
Of
absolutely.
course, God save her.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Wow, that was very informative.
Yeah.
I think this might be very lucrative.
Well, we still probably
Well,
should stick
hypothetically in the book.
Well, for the
hypothetically.
book, yeah, of course.
Because, I mean, we're still like...
I mean, you guys don't think I was actually...
No.
Of course not.
No.
This sounds like a really good book, though. How a team of radio personalities have been able to thwart
International...
an international criminal.
Thug.
And the reward, of course, we would in the book would be donated to charity,
But
right?
there's an order to this. I mean, when we
Well,
we
if we
thwart,
start a charity, yeah.
but we thwart after he accomplishes his goal, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean...
Well, I don't think even in the book we condone.
I think
I'm
basically...
not saying we condone. I'm
role.
just saying we failed to stop him.
So we like slip on banana peels or something right when we're right
Well,
there?
It's
or something?
Luba. I mean, it's somebody else.
yeah.
It's the guy in a book.
Yeah.
It's Lewis Robert.
All right, let's talk about this on break. We got to go to break because when
Okay.
we get back, Alex Luchin, stand-up comedian, is going to call us. I told him 7:43.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
make haste with the commercial breaks, Caleb.
Make haste.
All you Craniacs will be right back after this.
Have you been minding your own business, only to have your day or evening ruined by a dirty animal? Well, Bitch Be Gone Animal Control, we're here to ensure these pests won't bother you no more. We use top-of-the-line traps and hunting techniques to capture our prey so that you can get on with your day. Here's our boys in action.
Look at that. This'll been way overfed, Jimmy. Why don't you lay down that banana pudding trap? That's it. That's it now. A little closer. A little closer now. Oh, she bit me on the nipple. Get it. Gotcha, bitch.
Hey, what are you doing? Where are you taking me?
Sorry, ma'am. We got called about you pestering these gentlemen. We're just doing our job.
At Bitch Be Gone Animal Control, we guarantee to capture every sort of creature that may be invading your personal space. Give us a call at 555-GET-UGLY, and we'll come and rescue you from those pesky varmints. Here's our boys again on another successful rescue mission.
Okay, Billy. Before we go in, we want to be real careful now. This one seems to be quick and fasty. All right, let's slowly sway and then pounce. Easy. Easy. Boom goes dynamite.
Oh my God! What the are you doing? Get your damn hands off of me!
So, ma'am, these young men called us for our services. We're just doing our job.
You see there? At Bitch Be Gone, we're helping the single man fight the good fight against the unwanted. So the next time you fall victim to the advances of a mangy mess of a woman, you know who to call. And remember, at Bitch Be Gone Animal Control, don't be mad. We're just doing our job.
Now I know there's some bitches out there with some nappy-ass talents that need to go get their nails did. At Niecy's Beauty Crib, we'll get your nails right and your hair tight. You want a fake plastic diamond in your nail? Well then, girl, you're gonna get a fake plastic diamond in your nail. Honey, you still walking around with that busted-ass weave? At Niecy's, we fit your hair up like you wouldn't believe. Bitch, you still scaring birds with those nasty pig feet. Don't worry about your budget. At Niecy's, our prices can't be beat. You may be ugly now, but we'll get you pretty. Come down to Niecy's on 4th Street, down in Nebo City.
Financing's available, baby, regardless of your credit.
Now come on, Jimmy. As part of your detention, we're going to do this station ID for this show.
Why, yes, Mr. Mackey. My name is Jimmy Vollmer. You listen to the Cranial Emission Show, thank you very much. With Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and
Caleb Crispy.
Welcome back to the Crane Mission Show, folks. The third segment of the program. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the C Squared, Caleb Crispy, and the Reverend Joe.